Hey, what's up, bro?
So I was beating my meat, Welcome to Search and Record.
Yay!
I'm Hiram, that's Carlos.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking about dreams, hence why we're in our little attire, so...
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do the episode. So,
right.
first, do you like my slippers?
Oh.
Do you like them?
Huh?
Do you like my slippers?
It's really shitty. No. Yeah. You don't do that. Like, oh, look.
Fine. You go first then, you son of a bitch, fucking judgmental bitch. What dream do you want to tell me about?
Oh, ho, ho. Okay, this was intense.
Is it wet?
Not a wet dream, but it was intense for me.
Okay.
This is like, it happened a couple of years back. I remember. It was already morning, but I was still, like, really, I was really just knocked out. I was sleeping. And this is when my sister still lived with me.
Okay.
So, and we have a bunk bed. So she was on the top bunk and I was on the bottom. She was watching TV or something, but I was like dreaming. Like I was just dreaming, but it was like one of those nightmares. So I was just in a cage. It was a cramped, small cage. Don't think it was a big. No, actually, no, it was small. It was a small cage. I was just cramped in, and I was screaming, "Help! Just help! Get me out!" And then all of a sudden, like out of the blue, I just started. I kind of woke up with my own screaming. I was just like, help! And my sister was like, fire?
So you,
and then I just woke up, and then I actually went back to sleep.
So you talked in your sleep by saying help, and then you went right back to sleep.
Yeah, that never happened to me before. Like, I've heard people, doing that, but never in my life that happened to me. Like, it was so intense that I actually screamed it out. Like, oh.
Okay.
So that was one of them. So what about you?
Recently, I say recently, but like the last 5 to 6 months, every dream I've had has always been nightmares. I don't know.
Well, actually,
I don't know why.
I'll be honest. Me too.
Yeah, it's just like every single one. I can't recall.
It sucks.
I can't recall one where it's not a nightmare. And I also deal with sleep paralysis. I used to deal with it way more before, like from 16.
I remember this.
Like
yeah,
18.
You told me. Yeah.
It still happens from time to time, right? Now. Question, do you want to hear a sleep paralysis experience or you want to hear like a dream?
Throw them both. Start with the sleep paralysis one though. I'm curious about that.
So, I was 17, 18 I think, I can't remember exactly, but this was like one of my first times where I experienced sleep paralysis. I nearly had a heart attack. I thought I was losing my mind, swear to God. There was a good portion, like a good few months where I thought I was going crazy. Damn. I was laying in this bed. Yeah. And before, on the corner of my room, I had like a dresser with a TV on it. And I remember waking up. It wasn't super dark in the house, because it was like midday kind of, so there was still some sunlight coming in. And all I saw was a dude sitting on top of the dresser, like legs hanging over, right? Just like a dude chilling, right? Like as if you were sitting on the steps or something. But his face was distorted. Like if you have a template of a face, and you just kind of crush it and like mold it in a really weird, like think of a horror movie version of Sloth from the Goonies, just like fucking like all weird. And he was just there mumbling some weird word.
It was Sloth.
it was a real Sloth, fucking wearing a Superman shirt. No, so fucking
Sloth appeared.
I saw that and my reaction was, get the fuck out. I couldn't move. So for those that, do you know about sleep? Stop laughing.
Just throw a baby roof at him. He'll go.
Do you know about sleep paralysis at all?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so yeah, you can't move. You can't really speak.
It really does.
You can kind of move your fingers. Like it's different for everybody.
Of course.
That's what I've seen. But that was like one of my first experiences. The scariest experience happened not that long ago actually, where I was laying on my stomach, right? And I'm slowly waking up, and at this point I already have a real, like I kind of figure out when it's sleep paralysis. If I feel like kind of cold, if I feel kind of like uneasy, I'm like, alright, I'm getting sleep paralysis. Keep your eyes closed, you're fine. I said, you know what, let me open my eyes real quick. For the fucks of it, why not?
No,
so open my eyes.
No.
So okay, this is the bed, so I'm like sleeping like
and then
this.
Sloth appeared in front of you.
Mama, you've been bad. So I was sleeping like this, right? And in my head I'm like, open your eyes. Why not? Maybe you can get inspired to write a script or something. Worst decision I've made. I opened my eyes and I swear to God, my God, like this close to my face, like that close, was like, all I saw was a figure, like a head with very long stringy hair. And it's weird, this never happened before. The smell in the room was awful.
That's scary.
No, it's like, I can't explain it. It's like it smelled almost like garbage, like garbagey, like sewage, like it didn't smell right. And I immediately closed my eyes. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't move.
That's scary.
I don't get scared by nightmares or sleep paralysis anymore because I've seen a lot of scary shit and it's
so you're kind of
fine.
used to it now.
But that fucking made me feel like it was like back at the beginning again. I was like,
scary.
what the fuck? And all I felt was a lot of pressure in my back.
That gives me the creeps.
Like pushing and stuff. Yeah. I heard like a weird grinding, like weird, like mumbling noise in my head. And I felt like breathing in the back of my ears. Really weird shit. And I was in that mode for quite a while. And when I finally woke up, I turned on all the lights. I put on Office on Netflix. Like I put on The Office.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not sleeping. Fuck that. I'm not sleeping. And I didn't sleep for a good 3 days after that. I could not sleep.
Man, that was
I literally 72 hours after that, I did not fall asleep because I was fucking horrified of going to sleep.
Even I would be horrified.
I couldn't.
Man, I never had any sleep paralysis experiences. No. That's the thing, because like I've heard a lot of stories, not just yours, a lot of stories from different people, and it's pretty intense. It's really intense to a point where it's just like I don't want to experience. Like it really creeps me out. Like you've seen the documentary too, The Nightmare.
Yeah, I couldn't finish watching it in one sitting because I was relating to many of the stories. I was like, what if it's not a mental thing? What if it's literally like
it could be
some crazy shit
scary
that I don't really believe in?
It really is.
Why can't I have sleep paralysis with something more positive? Why can't I just open my eyes and it's just sloth dancing in my room? Like
you're opening your eyes, you can't move, and you see sloth coming at you like.
He has big
he reaches like the top of the stairs.
No, he has big Jessica Rabbit tits, just like
you just hear the flapping.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty hot.
Oh,
that's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
That's hot. That's pretty gay.
Yeah. Him and sloth.
Have you ever had a dream where your teeth are falling out?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what that means? You know the definition of that? The mental definition?
What? That
you feel like your life is falling apart.
What about biting of the tongue? I've had that.
I'll Google it. Some people around you are saying ill things about you in your waking life. So they're pretty much saying that somebody's talking shit about you. Who's talking shit about you?
What the fuck did you say to me?
No. Fucking bitch.
You know these kind of dreams, and I'm pretty sure most people have had them. Mm-hmm. So it's a baseball field, or it's our no. Actually, no. It wasn't a baseball field. It was a
soccer field.
Okay, it was one of those giant. Okay, it was one of those indoor gyms.
Okay.
Like the ones in our school.
Okay, the one we went to.
I remember. Yeah. So, I was at the plate. So it was kickball, I think. I don't think it was baseball. It was kickball. So I had this kid. He was like 5 years old. Everything was in slow motion. I was just looking at this kid, and I couldn't move. I was like, "What's going on?" The kid slowly starts running to the ball. Then he just kicks it, and I see it spiraling towards my face. I'm just like, "Oh!"
Wait. Okay. First of all,
no.
Never had a dream like that.
I've had it
in my life. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I can't.
Cause I know people.
You can't remember all your dreams. I know that.
Oh, I remember that.
Don't you forget 75% of your dream when you wake up? That's why I do write a lot of
them. Only the ones that really get me.
I do write them. I do write my dreams down. I do actually.
Me? I like the ones that really stick out or just kind of stand out. I really.
So the ball's just.
It's just spiraling towards my face.
And you wake up when it hits you.
Huh?
You wake up when it hits you in the face.
Oh, I had another dream too, where I'm like. Don't ask why. I'm just. It was morning. Mm-hmm. I'm either flying or something. I don't know. Like I was behind a slingshot, and it was like a giant slingshot. So I don't know what happened. It was going back, and I was attached to the slingshot, and then once it went back, so I don't know. Something let it. I didn't see what was behind it. It just shot. It just shot me out in the open. And like I'm just there, and as I was about to land, instead of landing into something, I kept on bouncing on. I was like, shit, make it stop.
You mean like one of those slingshot flash games on like Newgrounds or something?
Something
where
like
you like bounce
something like that. Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's weird.
It scared me. See, that I'll remember because that really creeped me out. I never had a dream like that. Just instead of landing on something, just like yo shit. Come to think of it, do you remember, or you know, as a person who sleepwalks, do you remember any of those?
Well, I haven't sleptwalked in a very long time. I've only sleptwalked.
It's sleptwalk, right?
I don't fucking
Or sleepwalk.
Sleepwalking, whatever. Twice. It was one time where I ran into the living room. My sister was still awake. I just literally, she told me that I ran in there, looked around like really panicky, and I ran back to my room. It was something like that. And I can't remember the other one. I think my mom told me about it. I mean, I'll leave those stories for another time.
Yeah.
Because we're about to wrap up the episode. Cord, I don't know what we're going to do next week. I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna need you to put those on. All right. Tune in next week.